All right. Welcome, everyone. We are live again. It's Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you have here Paul and Joan from Premier Destiny bringing you some great insights, information that will cause some great impact and change in your life, especially if you're an entrepreneur, because we have a question regarding entrepreneurs today, but the answers or the responses we're going to give you will resonate with anyone, I believe. Okay. All right. Because we are also managing our lives, managing our families, running our lives and families. Right. So again, welcome to our weekly Q&A session. Paul and I are transformation experts, and we guide ambitious professionals, entrepreneurs, or aspiring entrepreneurs to go from the ordinary to the extraordinary. And this is simple because we believe that life is abundant and that everyone, regardless of whatever beliefs you may have had, regardless of your background, your financial status, education, has the potential to be very successful. We're talking about success, and as a matter of fact, very successful, adding that adjective to it, right? So we say that because we believe everyone deserves to be successful and prosperous in life. And while doing so, having a lot of fun. So we do have a lot of fun in our success journey, right? And we bring you insights that can help you with your success journey as well. So, who do we have this question from? Today we have a question from, I think it's Erwin. Yes, Erwin from Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. And I believe Erwin is an entrepreneur seeking greater heights, especially as we are closing one year and looking into a new year. And his question is, in your experience, that is in our experience, Paul and I, right? What qualities set apart very successful entrepreneurs from the rest? What qualities set apart very successful entrepreneurs from the rest? What a great question. We all want to be successful in all our endeavors. Again, like I said, whether it's in your business life, in your career, or your family life, we all want to be successful, being the ambitious professionals and business owners that we are, right? So, before we start looking at those aspects, those characteristics that set the successful from very successful, let's talk a little bit about success. We believe it's something very relative. Okay, success to you may be one thing, success to someone else could be another thing. And degree of the success could vary based on the individual, based on their goals, their aspirations, their belief systems, all of that makes success very relative. Okay. But think about this. Success is not a one size fit all. Okay, like I said, everybody has their own perspective of success. But let me share this definition of success with you. And it's one from a very famous motivational speaker and author um, back in the days, El Nightingale, who said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So that worthy ideal could be different for Paul, it could be different from Joan, it could be different from Erwin asking the question, what is that worthy ideal? And what is that success? Oops, I'm sorry, I think Paul dropped off there for some technical issues. Hopefully he joins us back. But anyway, let's keep going. Now, let's try to unravel very successful. What does very successful mean? We know what success means or successful means. Let me bring him back on. Here we go. What does very successful mean to you, the viewer, and to you, Erwin? You know, does it mean the $1 billion valuation, the billion-dollar business like Jeff Bezos of the world? Or does it mean financial triumphs, social impact, actually? Does it mean social impact for you? For example, there's the gentleman who started this whole thing or movement of microfinance. I believe his name is Mohammed Yunus. Mohammed Yunus. He was very successful because of the impact that he created in society. That has really mushroom domino effect throughout the world. So it depends on how you see success, okay, for it to be just success or very success, or for you to be considered successful or very successful, okay. Um, Look at success also by seeing how those that you consider to be very successful, right? How did they get to that point? How did they get to that point? So that's what we're going to try to respond to you today. What made these individuals that society considers very successful to be where they are today? Okay, and I'm going to encourage you to just keep an open mind, all right? Because you may not be aspiring for the Jeff Bezos or the Warren Buffett or the Bill Gates, level of success, Oprah Winfrey level of success. You may be looking at creating impact in your own corner of the world and be considered very successful also, all right? But there are some specific characteristics that are going to help you get there, that are going to help you attain that level of success. So I'm going to pass over to Paul. Hopefully, technology serves us well today, and he's able to share with us some of those key qualities, those attributes that make some people very successful, especially entrepreneurs, very successful, and sets them apart from the rest. So over to you, Paul.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you, and good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. We're so delighted to be able to share this time, spend this time with you today, responding to Erwin's question about what characteristics make for a very successful entrepreneur. We're so delighted. It's a wonderful question, really, Erwin, and thanks for asking it
Mhm.
because that's something we, like Joan said, we all study that every day, and we aspire to even do bigger things, right? So that's it's a good question. Um, as John said, success as defined by Master Nightingale, he said that success is a progressive realization of worthy ideals, gradual realization of worthy ideas
So
or goals.
Paul,
Can you hear me
Paul,
well?
I'm going to interrupt you for,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I'm going to interrupt you for a brief second there. See what you can do with your connection because it's a bit fuzzy. So let me
Okay.
start sharing with you, and hopefully Paul will be able to um get that sorted out, and he can join us
Yes.
again. He is in an area where internet connectivity is not very stable. Sorry about that. Okay, but I know he has some amazing um, um, tips to share. Qualities, success qualities to share with us today, and I will hate for us to lose out on those. Um, Unless you can share some with me, Paul, maybe via
John,
WhatsApp, and
just
I will share with our viewers.
yeah,
Oh, you're very good now. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're
see if
great.
you can.
No,
Oh,
you're
is it
great
better
now. Go
now?
ahead. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, yes. So let me just, yeah, thank you. Again, sorry, folks, for the bad internet connection here. Just bear with us. One of the first important qualities of successful, very successful entrepreneurs is visionary thinking. Visionary thinking. Successful entrepreneurs possess an unwavering vision for the future. They see opportunities where others see see challenges or obstacles, right? That's what is opportunity. Take, for example, Bill Gates, who envisioned a world in which every household in America would have a personal computer. Think about that, folks.
mm,
Bill Gates envisioned a world in which every home in the United States would have a personal computer. Today, it's become a reality. Matter of fact, it's even more than a reality, isn't it? Because we have some households that have three or more computers. That's visionary thinking, folks. Visionary thinking. How about Sam Walton of Walmart fame? How about Sam Walton, right? Who had a vision of bringing everyday goods to the marketplace at prices that were very affordable for the average American. Today, Walmart is the biggest of the big box stores. Again, because of visionary thinking, right? Walmart is extremely successful. We all know that because of that. Another quality that is extremely important is passion and commitment. Passion and commitment is extremely important. Above all, the entrepreneurs, very successful entrepreneurs, have an unwavering passion for their work and commitment to their vision. So whatever they want, they committed, throw themselves in there and put a time and effort and to make sure that it happens for them. Passion fuels the journey. They pour their heart, like I talked, their heart and soul into work, often working long hours. Okay, I mean you don't see them in public very much because then they're toiling, if you will, investing the sweat equity, as I say. An example is Jeff Bezos. Think about his commitment to internet marketing many years ago when he started out with Amazon. In fact, Amazon started selling books. If we all remember back, Amazon started selling books online. That's what they did, and for a long time, Amazon was not profitable. He was not profitable. And even when he started making some money, he invested it back into the company. And today, we all know about Amazon, right? Because of his passion and commitment to making it happen, right? That's another trait that is extremely important for very successful entrepreneurs. Another trait is resilience in the face of failure. Resilience in the
mm,
face of failure. Very successful entrepreneurs possess a certain resilience, a bounce back ability, if you will. Okay, I mean they don't fear failure; they embrace it. Failure is viewed as a stepping stone towards success. It's a learning process. Consider the story of Steve Jobs, who famously was fired from Apple, only to return and transform it into the tech giant that it is today. It takes resiliency. You know, they look at failure different. They look at again, failure to them is just a stepping stone to success. All right, it just means you got to learn more. You got to move forward. That's what we call it. Another important quality, another very important quality is adaptability. Okay, the business landscape is ever changing, as we know, right? Successful entrepreneurs are quick to adapt new trends, technologies, and when relative to the market conditions. As the market changes, they adapt. Again, I talked again about Jeff Bezos. He started out as a book company. He was selling books online. Today, as we all know, Amazon sells everything, right? Everything. They've become an e-commerce juggernaut today because they were able to adapt. Okay, they view the evolving marketplace and they adapted. They made changes. If it's technology, they got technology involved. If it was laws to change, they work with the laws. So it's all part of that, folks. Okay, it's all part of that. Another aspect also that sets apart these very successful entrepreneurs is effective risk management. While very successful entrepreneurs take risk, we all take them as entrepreneurs, they do so with careful analysis and calculated decision making. They're not reckless about it. They're skilled in assessing and managing risks. Because everything, folks, involves risk, right? Everything involves risk. But they look at the upside, and they don't and I would also add that they also make decisions based on data. They use data to help them. They don't drive it from the seat of the pants, as it were. Okay, it's not how they feel. They look at data. What does the data tell them? And based on that, they make calculated decisions. So that's an important point. You want to certainly look at that also. Another important thing that I like also about these folks, very successful entrepreneurs, is that they engage in continuous learning and improvement. Successful entrepreneur folks never stop learning. They seek knowledge, skills, feedback to continue to refine their strategies and their processes. These folks are lifelong learners, always curious about new possibilities. Okay, I mean they have that mindset of always trying to figure out how can I tweak it, how can I get better, how can and come to find out those little iterations, as I said, those little iterations that make a big difference. Okay, I mean, as if we've always heard people say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, right? It was the same thing with change. You make one change here, adaptation here, one thing here. You improve continuous improvement every day. At the end of the year, you've made a big change, and that's how these folks operate. Okay, remember this quote: the more you learn, the more you will earn. The more you learn, the more you will earn, because the awareness that comes from the new information that you learn, the new knowledge, as it were, will steer you towards better informed decisions and actions that result in desired outcomes. That's what these folks do, folks. The more you learn, the more you get to earn because they increase awareness, right? So I wanted to just share that with you. And then there's a couple more I'll share with you before I pass over to Joan. Um, they also have strong leadership and build teams. Team building is an important part of their success. Strong leadership, and they build effective and strong teams. Successful entrepreneurs surround themselves with talented people. In fact, they surround themselves with people who are smarter than them. But they're very skilled at these folks that surround them are very skilled at specifics of what they're looking to achieve. I don't know if you've heard about the story of Andrew Carnegie, the steel magnate, many years ago. He did not know much about the operation of steel, but he had people around him that knew every facet of how you could manufacture steel. He put them all together. That was his mastermind, and it produced the most successful company, steel company in the world. You cannot do it alone, folks. You can't do it alone. It takes a well-oiled machine to be really big and successful. I talked, and there's also, if you look at the Apple Steve Cook, has demonstrated ability to lead his company, even after Steve Jobs left, because his strong leadership and great team around him. Okay, so that's um, another feature that or strategy that these folks have, very successful entrepreneurs have, is that they're exceptional networking skills. They have exceptional networking skills. Successful entrepreneurs build and leverage extensive networks. They understand the power of relationships and collaboration, folks. Okay, they build strong network. They build strong network that's essential to growth and continuous learning. Look at Oprah Winfrey, folks. Winfrey's network evolved media.
I think we lost you, Paul. Hi, Paul. I think we lost you.
Her network. Oh, you lost me?
I think we lost you there. Let me just take over because your connection connectivity is getting problematic there. Yeah, let me just take over from here. Okay.
Yeah, from exceptional networking skills. Can you hear me, John?
Okay.
Yes. Can you hear me? You go ahead. If you can't hear me, go ahead, please.
Yeah, let me go ahead. Okay. So sorry about that again, folks. I'm glad Paul was able to share a few, actually not a few, very many, at least 6 or 7 um, attributes, characteristics that make successful entrepreneurs be very successful and stand apart from the rest. Okay. So Paul talked about, their strong leadership, team building. He talked about um, continuous learning. They take risks. Okay. I'm just recapping this for some who just joined us and may have come in when had some technical issues. Are very adaptable. Okay. So they just go with the flow. They're not stuck in one direction or one concept. Okay. They take risks. They are not afraid of risk. They are of failure. They are risk averse. They take risks. They in the face of failure, they try to learn from the failure, right? They try to see what the lessons are and the opportunities that they could, get from failure. They are passionate about what they're doing, right? And I think he started out by saying they are visionary, right? They have a visionary thinking. So those are some of the attributes that Paul mentioned, and I'm going to add a few more that I think he didn't talk about, but I think are equally very important if you're looking to set yourself apart as being very successful. And one of them is that you have to be very purpose driven. What do I mean by that? You have to be very passionate about what you're doing. What are you involved in? What is your business? What kind of area of entrepreneurship are you doing? Do you feel like that is your calling? Do you feel like you have a purpose for doing what you're doing? What is your why? Why do you spend all the hours and studying and do what you need to do, take the risk, you know, um, in doing what you're doing? What is your why? And how strong is that why? Okay. If the stronger the why, the more resilient you'll be, the more you're willing to take those risks, take the challenges, put in the time um, to know more and even, withstand all the adversities, the challenges that may come for you to remain successful. Okay. So you have to know what your why is. What is the purpose behind your entrepreneurship? That will serve you well. Okay, that will serve you well. I like to talk about Oprah because she is so successful. Um, a woman of color who came from a very challenging childhood, and she just worked herself all the way to billionaire status. So if we're looking at very successful in terms of money, she's one of those very successful people. But she didn't end there. It was not just about the money, about making all the money in the world. She has the purpose to impact society in all her charitable work that she's doing in the world, around the world. So that is one aspect, one characteristic, or one attribute that can help set a successful entrepreneur apart from the others by being very successful. All right. They also have financial acumen. So it's not just about, they're very savvy, financially savvy, right? And Paul mentioned earlier that they have a network. So even when they're not strong in one area, they get people around them that are strong in their weakest areas. But they need that financial acumen. So they study, they work with the best in the financial, money experts to help make sure that they can sustain their business are viable. If you can't keep the books right, you don't have a business, period. So that is one other attribute that they have. They have that financial acumen. They're very savvy financially. Okay. Oh, let me take this seat. Think someone shared a comment here. Jacqueline says Thomas Edison found 1,000 things that didn't work before he succeeded. Absolutely, right? He was willing to stick with it
Yeah.
no matter what, because He was passionate. He knew why he was doing what he was doing. Thank you for sharing that comment, Jacqueline. Something else that they possess is they care about their clientele, they care about the customer, the end user of their service. Okay, so it's not just about the money, making money. As a matter of fact, if you don't care about the end user, you don't care about your employees, you don't have a business. Your employees are the most important asset that you have for your business to be viable and for you to become very successful. Okay, you have to understand your customers and prioritize their needs. You may have heard many times that your client comes first, right? You have to know what they want and stay up with their needs. With times, changing times, their needs may evolve. Paul talked about Jeff Bezos, who started out selling books, used books for that matter, on Amazon. And when he saw the need to change his business model based on the needs of the customer, prioritizing his customers, he did. And look at where he is today, extremely successful. All right. So they have this customer centric mindset. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about is they embrace technology. As we know, technology is changing by the minute, especially with the discovery of AI, artificial intelligence. It's like you wake up the next morning, something new is up. You wake up one morning, something new has come. That is improving the way we conduct business, right? It's making our processes more efficient and more effective. So they embrace technology. They don't shy away from technology. If you do, your business will be in a museum very soon because of the pace at which technology is evolving. All right. So think of Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook. He's always changing, bringing up new technology in his on his platform, Facebook. Okay, all right. How about the mindset? I almost forgot to talk about that. And we always say success is 5%. Excuse me, 5% strategy and 95% mindset. So these individuals that we consider or you consider very successful, right? They have a growth mindset. To them, they just have to keep growing. They just have to keep proving, modifying, just expanding. They have a growth mindset, right? They don't have a limited they don't have a mindset of lack or limitation of impossibility. No, they just feel like they can do whatever they set their minds to do. So that is a mindset that you should consider as well adopting if you're looking at becoming very successful, not just successful. Okay. All right. They are very mindful about solving problems. They are very innovative when it comes to problem solving. If you have problems and you don't resolve them or solve them quickly, they just mushroom into bigger problems. And before you know it, they take over and it's bye bye to your business or to your enterprise or to your endeavor, whatever it is. Okay, so you have to have that problem solving ability. Look at a problem, don't shy away from it, tackle it head on. And if you have a great network, like Paul talked about, a great team, you'll be able to do that with ease. You'll be able to do that with a great level or degree of efficiency and effectiveness. I think Jacqueline has another comment. Let's see. It says, your book, Joan, is an excellent tool for grasping what you and Paul are saying. It's an engaging workbook. Thank you. I highly recommend it for anyone interested in being a successful entrepreneur. Wow. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Love that. Hope you guys heard that, right? The book is Money Locates You. I have a copy here on our bookshelf here. Money Locates You. So if you haven't gotten your copy, Jacqueline is suggesting you do get a copy of it. It's on Amazon. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Jacqueline. Yes, Nate, I do share so much more on anyone who wants to become successful, not just to the point where you're attracting money yourself. I know that may sound strange to you, but yes, it's possible to attract money because money does locate you. Okay. But you have to have some of these attributes that we're talking about today and so much more that you can find in the book. All right. So thank you, Jacqueline, for that. So folks, if we believe that if you are able to incorporate these attributes that we've shared with you here today, you're not only going to be successful, you're going to be very, very successful in your entrepreneurial journey. And remember, I said earlier, you can apply this also in your personal life, right? In your career, if you're not an entrepreneur, okay? In your personal life, in your family life, we all have to be successful in those areas, okay? And I would like to mention this success is measured in not just the money and time freedom, it's also measured in health and wellness, it's also measured in our family, in our relationships, family and friends, and it's also measured in vocation and career, right? So business, entrepreneurship is in that area. All right. So these um, qualities, they just illustrate the multifaceted nature of successful entrepreneurs and the ability to excel in various aspects of business and leadership. Okay, various aspects. Again, remember, very successful would have is relative. Success is relative to begin with. So very successful is also very relative, and it's how you measure success, how you see success. Okay, that really matters here. Folks, would like to not remind you, I don't think we've talked about this before. We would like for you to be on the lookout for an invitation. We are so excited that we are having this year end game changing master class, I'll call it. It's a game changing master class that you don't want to miss. It's coming up on December 16th. So be on the lookout for the invitation to register. It's free. Okay. It's a time for us to look at the year of 2023 that is almost gone and strategize for 2024. We have it packed jammed with, oh my goodness, a lot of insights, wisdom, strategies, tips. You really don't want to miss this. So mark your calendars, save the date, December 16th. We're going to be sharing the title then, but it's one that will get you so excited you want to join. Okay. I know Paul is back on. Paul, I'm going to give you a split second. If your internet is acting up, I'm going to cut you off to share any closing remarks. Oh, let's see here. There's another comment here. Just a minute, Paul. And
Yes.
Jacqueline says there are pages at the end of each chapter where the reader can write out what they are thinking about what they read. Absolutely. Yes. Jacqueline, man, you've been reading uh you've been reading Money Locates You, and I'm glad you're finding it beneficial for you and very helpful. Thank you so much. I hope you've left me a raving review on on Amazon. Thank you so much. Yes, it is December 16th for our end of year master class. Like I said, it's going to be a lifesaver for you, be game changer for you. Those who are ambitious, um, in whatever they're doing and looking forward to an extraordinary, and I mean it, extraordinary 2024. Okay, Paul, do you have any other closing remarks for us?
Yes. Can you hear me now better? Is it better now?
Little bit, I give you 2 seconds.
Is it better? Is it better now?
Yes, go
Is
ahead,
it
go
better now?
ahead.
Good deal. Yeah. Well, again,
Yes,
folks, again for thank you, folks, for just for just working with us here. I mean, I'm having a terrible connection, but this topic is so important that I had to be here for this to share my little bit. It's really really important. And as John said, this is these the ideas we share with you folks are extremely important. I would strongly encourage everyone to apply it in their lives, because we've learned as we learn from this success people. You see, folks, life success, from what we've learned, leaves clues. Okay, success leaves clues, and these are clues we just share with you here. These are clues we share with you here. So take them for whatever it's worth and apply them in your lives. As our mentor, who's of late today, Mr. Bob Proctor, told us, he says that it's not just in the knowledge, the acquisition of knowledge is good, okay, but the application of it is even better. That's where the change happens.
absolutely.
So these ideas we'll share with you here. Take them, apply them into your lives. And as John talked about, it's not just for entrepreneurs. This information, this material will change you as a person, folks. It will change you as a person. I mean, it's changed us. It would change you as a person. You're going to view life from a different lens. Okay. I mean, from a different lens, it makes all the difference, folks. It's a different vehicle, like John talked about. Success, like John talked about, is 5% strategy, 95% mindset. These leaders, these successful people we've talked about here, all come from a mindset of 95%. That's how they be able to do what they do and make things happen. We can learn from them. We're modeling after them. And that's what this information is going to do for you. John mentioned our end of year end masterclass. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to have lots of information. We're looking forward to it. We invite you to put it in your calendar, December 16th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. December 16th, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please save the date at the time. Join us then so we can share some information that can help you make 2024 the best year of your life. Why not? Folks are doing it. We intend to make it happen for us. We intend to make 2024 even better than 2023 has been for us. How about you? How about us? Right? Let's do that so we can make this world even more enjoyable, more interesting, so we can make a difference, in each other's lives. Okay, um, folks. We thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely.
You can
Thank you so
reach
much,
us.
Paul.
Yeah, you want to just carry on, Joan? Go ahead from there, please.
Yes, yes. Let me carry on. Thank you, Jacqueline. I'm looking forward to that review. I appreciate it so much. So, folks, we come to the end of this session today. Whoa, this is one of the longest ones, but it was great, right? It was great. You can
Yes.
follow us on our social media handles, all of them. We are there. And if you have a question that you'd like us to answer, please send us an email on support@premierdestiny.com. That's support@premierdestiny.com. Or you could check our website, okay? Premierdestiny.com. We have so many resources out there on our website that can help you. Okay. So until then, life is great. Life is good. Make the best of it. And for those of you in the United States, wishing you a happy, joyous
Yes.
Thanksgiving. Okay. One full
Absolutely.
of gratitude in every area of your life. All right. So see you next Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Make it a great one, folks. Happy Thanksgiving.